Hello, readers, and thank you for sticking through to lesson number 4. We are almost done with the week, and we are still looking at VCCCV Multisyllabic Words. And as we've done every single time, we're going to be looking at words that follow that spelling pattern. So if we come to a word we don't know, it will help us kind of figure out how to read it, because this week is all focused on reading some multisyllabic words. And of course, multisyllabic words means it has more than one syllable. Multi means many. And of course, for the VCCV rule, we know that when 3 consonants are between 2 vowels, and we see this with children, with the I and the E, we see 3 consonants, the L, the D, and the R. We usually split them after the first consonant. Now here's a question. Does usually mean always? No. It means sometimes. It means most of the time, but it still doesn't mean always. So usually we're going to put this line, or to split, after that first consonant. However, there's a rule. We always keep digraphs and blends together. And even on this word children, I see DR, which is a blend, so we know we would keep that together, which again proves that this is in the right place. Children. So that's how we would split it. Now, some of these words we do today, some of you are going to know already. I'm going to encourage you and ask you, please don't say them out loud, because we're trying to help that other friend in the room who may not be able to figure it out yet. Teach them how to do it so they can read incredibly well too. They're already reading good or well. We want them to be incredibly well. All right, let's get started. We have our first word. What's the first thing we label? The vowels. That's right. So we have an A here and an E here, and I'm going to go ahead and cross this E out. Why am I crossing that E out? It's a bossy E, or maybe you call it a magic E. It tells that E to say its name. So we already know that's going to be a long vowel. This will be a magic E syllable down here. After we label the vowels, what's the next thing we do? We draw a bridge. That's right. Now, once we want to connect the 2 vowels, what do I put on the bridge? The consonant. So I have a consonant under the T, the H, and the L. And then I have to decide where am I going to put my split. Now, as I'm looking at it, I see a digraph here. Now, if I follow the rule that says don't put it, don't break apart digraphs, I know I'm going to have to put my line here. Although we also know that we usually put it here behind the first consonant. But because we learned that we keep blends and digraphs together, I'm going to try it here just to see if it works. Let's see if it works. Athlete. Athlete. It works. So I'm glad I kept that digraph together. So if I read that word by itself, what is it? Athlete. Let's try another one. What's the first step? Label the vowels. What are the vowels in this one? O. Both of them. Once I've labeled the vowels, what do I do next? I draw a bridge. And what do I put on my bridge? My consonants. So I'm going to put a C under the N, the C, and the H. For those of y'all that are doing this with me, thank you. If I'm moving too fast, you can always slow the video down. Now I've got to decide where to put my split. Again, I see another digraph here with CH. That could be a beginning or an ending digraph. Or really, I guess, middle too. So I'm going to try to keep those together, which means I'm going to try it after that first consonant in front of the digraph. And I'm going to try it out. Poncho. And I know that says O because there's nothing behind it to close it. So it's an open syllable. Poncho. Poncho. Do you know what a poncho is? It's something you wear when it rains sometimes. Keeps your head from getting wet. So what's this word again? Poncho. Can you see the syllables already? I can still see them. All right, let's do another word. Again, what's the first step? Label the vowels. I see an I and an O. I'm going to do that. What do I do after I label the vowels? I build a bridge. That's right. What do I do after I do that? I label the consonants. I heard you. So I'm going to label those consonants, the N, the G, and the D. And I actually see another digraph. Do you see it? You may not always be called a digraph, but I know that NG makes one sound. What sound does NG make? That's right. So I'm probably going to split it after that instead of after the first one. If I try to do it there, it'd be kin-gudum. Kin-gudum. That doesn't even sound right. If I put it here, then I have king-dum. Kingdom. Sounds right. What's the word? Kingdom. You know, 2 of our 3 words already split somewhere different than the first consonant. Let's see what this one does. What's the first step? Label the vowels. What are the vowels? The A's. What do I do once I've labeled the vowels? Draw a bridge. That's right. What do I put on my bridge? The consonants. What consonants do I put a C under? That's right, the N, the D, and the B. And do you remember why I don't do the H and the G? Why don't I do those? Because they're not over the bridge. Let's go back to our rule. Oh, actually, I see another blend. I see an ending blend. Do you see the ending blend? What is it? Did you say ND? Yeah. So it says not to separate those. So I'm going to try it. See what happens. Hand bag. Handbag. That's actually a compound word. It's 2 words made 1. So what's the word again? Handbag. Very good. Now let's go over some sounds we've already learned. I see some blends here and digraphs. Let's see if we can read these. Read these with me. Full. Nd. Oh, there's that ND. Burr. St. Fur. Per. F. Sometimes the. S. R. A. O. O. Or owl. E. O. Now it's time for some silent blending. As always, don't say the word until the whole thing's on the screen. Are you ready? Let's get started. Hilltop. Pantry. Goggles. Chalkboard. That's a big word. Subtract. Lobster. Supply. embrace, middle, wiggles, actress, mushroom. And that's it for this lesson. Thanks for staying to the end. You're getting better every day, and it's so wonderful to hear. Until next time, happy reading.